Bronwyn Fletcher, and welcome back to Before Dieting. In last week's episode, we talked about journal writing as one of the two skills I believe are essential for unravelling a repeating weight problem. Journal writing helps you slow down and ground yourself so you can make deliberate and honest inquiry about your weight. Today, I want to talk about the second essential skill, and that's emotional literacy. These two skills sit side by side because so many women living with a repeating weight pattern feel disconnected from their bodies, and they're actually unsure about what they're feeling. Even though some of their feelings can move fast, they might swing from hyper-alertness to feeling completely numb and then having an over-the-top reaction, all in a very short space of time. When you're running a pattern like that, it becomes almost impossible to understand what's going on inside of you, let alone make sense of how emotion can be driving eating. I tend to think about journal writing as bringing you back to yourself, but emotional literacy is what helps you stay there. So why does naming emotions matter when you've got a weight issue? Well, if you can't identify, name, or express your emotions accurately, you will deal with them through food. And it makes sense because, let's face it, food is faster, it's more familiar, it's more socially acceptable, and it can be far less scary than expressing emotion, particularly to somebody. You can swallow a chocolate bar in less than 5 minutes, but facing fear or loneliness takes far more courage. So how do you start developing emotional literacy when you feel numb? Here's a simple way to start. First off, you start noticing body sensations. Instead of trying to name the emotion first, start with the body. Ask yourself, where do I feel something right now? And if you can feel something, a sensation somewhere, try to figure out, is it tight? Is it heavy? Is it hot? Is it fuzzy? Is it numb? By asking questions, you bypass your thinking and you're able to go straight to your internal signals. You might find that anger rises up from the belly and moves out through the shoulders. You might find that it's hot. You might find that it has the color of green. There's all sorts of information that you can glean just from sitting with the sensations. So start with the body first. The next thing is you could give the sensations a working title. Again, at this stage, you're not aiming for accuracy. You're aiming for approximation and familiarization. For example, you might actually be able to register that the neck stiffness that you have might be to do with fear, or it might be that you realize that your shoulders are hunched all the time, and when you put them down, you might feel calmer. The third thing you can do is to write a sentence about it in the journal. Not a paragraph, just one sentence. And that might sound something like, I feel shut down, or I feel overwhelmed and don't know why yet. Over time, your emotional vocabulary will grow. And when you're no longer guessing, numbness is less likely to be the first option. Another important thing about emotional literacy is that it helps you stop collapsing into the old system patterns. And this is really important because relief eating happens because women don't recognize emotional overload until it's too late. So the emotional literacy gives you the skill to read the early warning signs. You will become better at noticing the emotional signals that come with the build-up of hungering. And that early awareness is what gives you the opportunity to pause, to adjust, even choose a non-food option to address that. Without emotional literacy, that's when you can be blindsided by relief eating. Eating comes upon you suddenly and it's very urgent. But with emotional literacy, emotions become information that becomes insight that brings the choice to eat for relief or not. Because when you understand your emotional landscape, it's the beginning of no longer being driven by it. It's also not as easy to get overwhelmed by feelings because you can name them. And of course, the flip side of that is you're not eating to manage emotional pressure that you don't understand. But a really important part is that you're not stuck in that numbness, that this is a way to get out of it. And this is how change becomes possible from the inside out. So let me finish by summarizing the key takeaways from this episode. Emotional literacy is a core skill for understanding recurring weight. It gives you a bridge between your body and your choices and a way out of that numbness. But emotional literacy isn't a one-time do it and you're done. It takes practice. But each time and with every small step, That will help you reconnect to your body. And of course, it opens the door to new choices. And that's really what it's all about. You don't want food to be your only choice to solve or manage emotions. Thanks for listening throughout this year. I'll be taking a 4-week break, and during the time, we're going to replay our most downloaded episodes so you can either revisit the ones that resonated or catch any that you missed. If you're also taking a holiday break, I really do wish you a safe and enjoyable one, and I look forward to speaking with you in 2026.